Guys, so today I'm just going to give you a really quick tutorial. This is my everyday eyebrow routine. It's nothing like overly complicated. There's not a lot of products involved. It's just something I can do really quickly every single day. So first thing I do is I comb through my eyebrows, take out any foundation or powder that kind of got stuck up in my eyebrow hairs. There's not a lot of them, as you can see. And then I'll go in with my Avon Glimmer Sticks Brow Pencil. This is in the color Blonde, and you might think it's a little bit light for me, but I do like to keep my eyebrows a couple shades lighter than my natural hair color. I just find it's a little bit softer on my face, and my face is quite angular. So I'm going to follow along the natural line, lower line of my brow first, and then I start building my arch. Now I do have hairs, fine hairs on top of my eyebrow that you can't really see, but the pencil picks them up, and this is a fairly waxy pencil, but it's still dry. It's not a slippery wax, so it doesn't slip and slide everywhere, and it's easy to start building up a shape. As you can see, I'm starting at my arch, bringing it down to meet my tail, and then I'll go back in through the front part of my brow. And I do, like I said, I draw my eyebrows up, I fatten them up a little bit, and pick up all those little fine hairs to make it look a little bit more natural. I take my time and I try to be as precise as possible because I don't like to go back in with concealer and clean up. I just find that makes it look really, really harsh, and for every day I don't think it's absolutely necessary. Only if I'm doing a really structured and dramatic eye look do I go in and make really, really sculpted, perfect, clean brows, because from a normal distance they're gonna look pretty clean and sculpted anyway if you take your time the way I'm doing now. So I just keep building, and then I feather it through the front of the brow. I'm using small strokes. I'm not trying to draw in individual hairs, but I am using small strokes so that it doesn't just look like I, slapped a crayon across my face. And then of course I'm going to brush through between every single step just to make sure it's nice and smooth and that you don't have excess product chunking up. And then I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Color Icon pencil. This is in the color Mink Brown, and it's a really, really beautiful, dark, very neutral brown. I don't like red tones in my eyebrows. For most people, it doesn't look good. It's quite aging unless you're a redhead. So I darken up my arch first, and then I pull that darker pencil all the way through the tail, and then I'll feather it through the rest of the brow. I like an ombre effect, but not a really dramatic or harsh ombre. And this also just adds some dimension and some shape to the eyebrow itself. Makes it look, again, more natural. So just taking my time, I make sure that my pencil is really nice and sharp so that I can get a good clean line. And like I said, I take my time. I spend about 7 to 10 minutes on each eyebrow if I'm, really trying to do a good, clean job. And again, I'm going to comb through, and this brushing through also helps to kind of marry the colors together so there's not a harsh transition. This is just an old spoolie on the end of a pencil, an eyebrow pencil. Now I'm going in with Ardell's brow powder in the color Soft Taupe. This is light, and I'm taking it through my brows with an Estee Lauder brow liner brush. It's an angled brush. It's a nice little fine, fairly stiff brush. And I like using the lighter powder first because, again, it's going to help with the ombre effect, but also it's going to smooth everything out so that when I use a darker color in a minute, it'll help with the transition and the darker color won't go patchy. Take it through the front of my brows as well. I'm alternating between using the flat of the brush and then the very pointy tip of the brush. And now I'm going in with MAC's Charcoal Brown. This is my absolute holy grail eyebrow powder color thing. I use it on my eyes too, but I really, really love it for my brows. And I'll take it up on my brush, tap off my brush. I'm not picking up very much at all. And I'll start on the darkest part of my brow, which is, I'll start with my arch actually, make sure that's nice and crisp, and then take it through the tail. And then work it through the front of the brow. And when pardon the lighting, just for a second, I was working with natural light and it was changing constantly, but I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm not picking up any extra product once I get to the front of my brows here. I'm just using whatever's left on the brush and working it through, taking my time again to make sure I have a really nice gradient, a nice mix, and varying the angle of my brush again. And that really is pretty much it. Just comb through the brows again. You can use a brow gel if you want to. I don't bother because I don't have much hair, but if you have more brow hairs that tend to get messy, you can go in with a brow gel to keep everything in place. But that's pretty much it. That's my basic eyebrow routine. So I really hope it was helpful, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.